Hello, this is MonoDrew in glorious Technicolor. I mentioned on a recent video where I was playing Party Hard that I was going to be doing this. I'm one of the few people who's actually lost weight during lockdown and done fairly well because I was kind of on a bit of a fitness kick anyway in the lead up to lockdown. I was going to the gym. I was eating a bit better, but to be honest, it was probably strong with my discipline, as I always do. But when March happened and I realised we would actually be stuck in, I didn't have access to the gym, and pretty much all the food I could have was the stuff I was buying and cooking myself in the shop. So, I do most of my own cooking, and basically if it's not in a packet, I've cooked it, put it that way. So that wasn't too much of an adjustment, but the fitness thing was a bit of a worry. I know we're allowed outside as kind of part of an exercise, so I would do that every so often. But I think it was 20 minutes. Was it 20 minutes or half an hour at the beginning? Yeah, that. So I would do little jogs, little walks, something like that. But then I'd have to do the rest of my exercise indoors. I already owned some fitness equipment, so that was fine. Anyway, we're now over a year since lockdown began, and we're coming to the end of it, and I lost 15 kilos basically. I just really focused on doing the regular exercise while I was in the house because I wasn't outside traveling to and from work as much because I was working from home. I wasn't buying junk food while I was out. I wasn't going to Greg's, McDonald's, Burger King, places like that. I was just having to prepare, and I was just kind of able to monitor everything I was eating a lot better. Quite decent gains over the last year, 15 kilograms. I went from obese to overweight, so that was kind of fun. Until fairly recently, that is, where I have not been doing so well. Could be many things. Could be I don't know, mental exhaustion, just exhaustion in general. My health was being a bit up and down. I was ill not too long ago, and I don't know, I just kind of seem to lose the focus and discipline to just keep doing it, and past few weeks have not been good. I've actually put on a little bit of the weight that I've lost. I'm not nowhere near as heavy as I was when I started, but I went from, I think my lowest weight was about 86 kilograms, then I'm kind of hitting the 90s again, so yeah, now I'm back over the 14 stone level, which I was really pleased to have lost. So I figured I'm going to make a go of it again, but this time I'm going to invite you guys along on the journey with me. Briefly turn this thing into a weight loss channel. Okay, right, I'm not doing what Amblin Reed used to say. I'm not making this a weight loss channel. I'm just going to put my usual stuff, but I'm just going to incorporate sort of fitness journey videos in this as well for at least a month. Maybe go on a bit longer, just see how it is, but I'm aiming for at least of a month of these video logs done, chronicling what I'm doing. So what I've eaten for the week, the exercise I do every day, and rough calorie consumption, estimated, as well as my weights every day. And that's not too out of the ordinary for me, because when I was right on top of things, I was kind of doing that stuff anyway. I just wasn't sharing it with people. But yeah, I figured this might be an interesting way just to kind of hold myself accountable by recording it and putting it online. First off, I'll go through some of the exercises that I do. So yeah, Mondays and Wednesdays and Saturdays I do weight day. So that's mostly going to be free weights, plus a few things like finger exercises. I'll demonstrate what I mean by those later. Rehab, that's physiotherapy. I actually do that every day. It's to do with kind of it's an unrelated shoulder or back issue that I'm doing some rehabilitation for. Do a little bit of cardio every day. That counts as sort of both kinds of exercise days. Try and do at least 30 minutes on the exercise bike. And put on rehab twice there. It's because I've just recently wiped this board down. And steps. I also try and do steps every day. So we've got weight days, and then we've got climbing days on the other days. So that's climb days are all pretty much body weight exercises. And a few exercises specific to rock climbing, or at least working out those areas, like pull-ups, chin-ups and the like. Also do a bit of ab work in there as well as the daily rehab, the cardio. Yeah, just rehabbing again. The only day I don't do either one of these is Thursday, which is a rest day. I've put down free for all there because although it's a rest from the weight, like the resistance and the body exercises, I still try and do at least something. Like either I try and do my steps, a bit of cardio when I can, and my rehab's a daily thing. But I don't know, if I happen to go like swimming or something, I'll throw that in on there as well. On and off, I'm either doing weight day, climb day, and then on Thursday I do a rest, and then continue on from there. I've got the free weights written down here. Now each dumbbell weighs 8 kilograms, and the main bar itself is 22 kilograms. So not a whole lot, but I'm not like trying to like bodybuild here. It's just sort of a fitness, so that's fine by me. This board is pinned to my wall, so I'm constantly like filling in information, ticking stuff off, just keeping track of it. You will see it later. This week of workouts and logs and recording is starting on the 4th of July, Monday. I last weighed myself before then on the preceding Friday. I was 89.7 calories, 89.7 kilograms. Nowhere near like my heaviest weight. I've been a lot heavier than that, but it's also not my best. As I said, I think my best point was about 86 sometime a few months ago. Actually, it would have been around about Christmas, January time, I hit that. I haven't actually weighed myself at all on the weekend, because, lazy and just really falling out of the habits, which is part of the reason I'm doing these videos. I did no exercise at all on the weekends, and I honestly did eat terribly. I snacked a lot, which I try not to do too much, and really let myself go. Yeah, I have a rough food plan for the rest of the week. I will do this in little daily segments, so I'll go over kind of the exercise I've done that day. I'll do some demonstrations of the exercises for at least the Monday and the Tuesday, because I kind of only really do sort of 2 different days of exercise and then just repeat them, so it'll be pointless to kind of go through them every day, unless I happen to not do them for whatever reason, or I had to substitute something. That's about it. I've kind of rambled on this introduction long enough, and let's start with Monday. $91.5 kilograms. That's like 2 kilograms extra over the weekend. It's bad going, but it's why we're doing this. So, Monday is weight day. This is my preferred and probably the easiest of the 2 types of training day I do. Start off with a weighted squats with the barbell on my back. Follow that with these kind of shoulder shrug exercises by holding the dumbbells in each hand. These aren't so much a workout, they just kind of incorporated into my rehab physiotherapy, just because it's an exercise that kind of helps with my shoulders and helps what I'm doing with those. I then follow that with shoulder press itself. Raise, lower behind the head, raise again, lower in front. And then we finish this particular set with your typical curls, just with the dumbbells on either side. After we've done like 4 rotations of 4 sets of those, we then go on to the bench press. So start by doing a bench press from the chest, and then I also do a press from lower down on the body around the abdominals. Again, I do 4 cycles of those 2 exercises. Then after that, we typically do our finger exercises. I made this little device here, which I got some inspiration from Pinterest. Basically just a kettlebell attached to this platform to sort of, simulate finger curls, so I do those. Sometime later on, usually around about lunchtime, if I've done the exercises in the morning before work, I'll do some cardio. As I said, around about 20 minutes if I can on the exercise bike. Sometimes I have this little setup here where I can do things on the computer while doing this. Though on this occasion I took it to the living room so I could do my cycling while replaying Fallout 3, the best game in the series. Yeah, I said it. And then during the course of the day, I'll also want to do my steps as well. Now, my daily target for steps is 15,000. I honestly do manage this most of the time. There's only been 2 instances in the last 2 months where I haven't made at least 15,000 a day. Today I started off doing them indoors, but then me and my partner decided to go out for a walk, so I ended up finishing them off outside, which is kind of nice, and to be honest, a lot more refreshing than scenic than just doing them all indoors. But yeah, so that was basically the workouts through the day. And that is all the activity today done. Whew. Ugh. So yeah, not especially out of the ordinary. In fact, that kind of level of activity was the stuff I kind of normally would do until I started slacking in recent days. No. Usually put this on a tripod, but I'll not bother. I'm just going to close out the day now. See if I can zoom out a bit. Nope, wrong way. Yeah, that's better. But yeah, did all my activity. Literally just finished the physio rehab part and finished the steps about 20 minutes ago maybe. But yeah, food today, a bit higher calorie count than kind of want it to be. I'll put up the numbers here, but I approximate, just off the top of my head, I'm probably at like 2,200, 2,300, something like that. So, my food that I had on Monday, we started off with a hot dog sandwich for breakfast, believe it or not. Yep, I know it's not exactly health food, but the hot dogs do need using up. So I've been having those instead of a sausage sandwich, which would be my usual thing. Followed by a pasta bake for my first break. Lunch itself was comprised mostly of a portion of homemade soup, followed by a skinny whip bar a little bit later, just because I quite like them. Then we have some oats and milk with a touch of golden syrup. Now, I don't usually have this as part of the plan, but I was feeling kind of peckish, so I had this on top of that. Had a cheese thin, basically a Wobbeton's thin with a bit of spready cheese inside. Wasn't too much to be concerned about, roughly about 150 calories. So the plan was originally to have one of these curries for dinner this evening. Combined with the rice, it's about approximately 390, 400 calories. So not too bad. It's a vegetarian curry. The original idea was to be a vegan curry, but I ended up running out of coconut milk and, substituted with, well, dairy milk. As in, milk from dairy sources and not the delicious chocolate. But, yeah. So, vegetarian curry, and the reason I'm not having it tonight was because I forgot there was a load of hot dogs that were expiring, as well as buns that had to be used up, so having a bit of a fat day on this first Monday of the diary. So, some portions, a couple of brioche buns with hot dogs in them. That's going to be dinner tonight, and we'll have a protein shake as well. It will put me over my calorie target, unfortunately, but like the hot dog, the milk I'm putting in the protein shake also has to be used up, so I just hate wasting food. But yeah, tomorrow I'll do a little bit better and I'll be having one of these for dinner. And then ended the day with a protein shake with milk. All in all, I did a little bit more than what I was planning to. That was 2,250 calories. My target to meet or keep just below is 2,000, but yeah, as I said, there was food that had to be used up, and I just really despise wasting food. On the plus side, the portion of homemade vegetarian curry I made will sort of last an extra day, so I just... yeah, doing pretty good. There's only 2 days then I have to really prepare new food towards the end of the week, so that's not too bad. But yeah, day one of actually monitoring and keep myself accountable via video log, so that's something. Well, let's see how I do tomorrow. So, 89.3. Slight improvement on yesterday. In terms of exercise though, today is what I call climb day, so there's going to be a lot of body weight exercises, and for some reason I dislike and struggle with those more than the free weights, but gotta do it. I'm up a bit too late to get everything done in the morning again. I just seem to be sleeping kind of funny recently. But probably get finished around lunchtime, like in between working during my breaks, so let's go. Yeah, before I forget, because I did yesterday. Multivitamin, water, go. So today's set, we have pull-ups to start with, then chin-ups, then some core work where I'm kind of sort of more of a leg raise with my back against the frame here. We then do some sit-ups, so nothing complicated about those. Until we get to about halfway through the set, then they do change up slightly for the core work for the last two sets of those. I do kind of like legs hanging with like the arms stood like this, so it's almost like I'm going to go into a dip, but instead I just keep doing more leg raises. Sit-ups more or less the same. And then just to round off, because I'm trying to practice these as well, I do a couple of extra pull-ups, but from like a wider stance, just so I can kind of work on those a bit over time, build up the strength. Then do the same finger exercise as yesterday. So I use this little device here which I constructed, and then I use the sort of grip master tool as well. Then, just to add on to things, we do a total of 100 push-ups, broken up at the moment into, I'll try and do it in 4 sets of 25. Today, though, I don't know, I just really seem to lose my strength towards the end, so it ended up being 5 sets, but I got 100 done. And then we do squats, just 100 straight up in a row. That's fine. Do a rehab exercise, which you don't really need to touch on at all. We do cardio this time. Did around 30 minutes on the bike, and then we do steps again, which I did all indoors this time, and managed to do a little bit more, so that was okay. Moving on to today's food: hot dog, pasta bake, spicy leek and potato soup, skinny whip bar, porridge oats with milk. Change of plan, having this yogurt. Cookie times 2. And finally this time I managed to get some of the vegetarian curry I made. Chicken thigh. So, it's the end of day 2, Tuesday. Actually, technically it's 2 minutes into Wednesday, but you know, it's still the end of day 2. So yeah, did all the exercises that we covered before. Not my favourite day of exercises, as I said, but you know, it's got to be done. Well, my sort of calorie count on Monday was a bit higher than ideally it should be above target. Today's is actually a bit below target because after the chicken curry and the chicken thigh that I had, I was originally going to have a protein shake, which would have been about 260 calories with the milk I was adding to it. For some reason, just, I don't know, I just carried away with some of the exercises or some of the other activities, or just distracted with other stuff I was doing. I just never got around to drinking the shake until now it was about 11 o'clock at night, and I don't want to be consuming like calories that late in the day. Yeah, my total calories for Tuesday is about 1,720, so it's a bit low, but you know, I really don't want to be eating or drinking any calorie heavy content this late, so see how it affects things Wednesday morning when I get up and weigh. 88.8, back under 14 stone. Not bad. Breakfast today, a hot dog. It was also the breakfast for the past 2 days, so not exactly health food, but you know, hot dogs need using up. This is the last one. Usually I do have a sausage sandwich, so it's not that much better to be honest, but hey, it's my breakfast. Alright, so pretty much got all my weights done by lunch, which is how I prefer to get it done. Actually, the way I really prefer to get it done is in the morning before I even start work, but I'm just having real trouble getting up at the moment. So I'm on my lunch break right now, about 40 minutes. So I'm multitasking. I've got my soup here, snack bar here. I'll have half of that now, half it on my next break. I am cycling, and I also have my weights there for my finger exercises, as well as the grabby thing here. So, yep, that's how I spend lunch. And if I've got some time, I'm going to do some Duolingo as well, keep my German practice up. Well, next meal. More expired yogurt. I was feeling kind of hungry still, so I made like a quick Wobbeton's thin with a little bit of meat and some like spreaded cheese on. Might be an overestimation, but let's just put that as like 250 calories and see how it totals up, and I'll amend the food for the rest of the day if needed. Yeah, so I'm just having my vegetable curry now. Like I mentioned earlier, with me having that extra sort of meat and cheese sandwich, definitely went over calories. I should point out I've also had another skinny cookie, so that was like an extra 50, plus like 250 for the sandwich. So I'm going to have to adjust what I eat after this. I'll have the chicken thighs still, and I'm going to have the protein shake, which I do plan on like finishing each day with. But I'm going to take out the milk and just have this one with water. So that'll save about 150 worth of calories, something like that. So fingers crossed, my total, it'll be just slightly over. It'll be like 2,040 calories. Said my target's kind of around 2,000. I do overestimate sometimes when I'm not completely sure, so I do like slightly overestimate things. I'd rather overestimate than underestimate when it comes to calorie count most of the time. Of course, as long as the number's not like a huge difference, which it generally won't be. So yeah, either slightly over 2,000 or maybe slightly under. But yeah, after this I'll have like a chicken thigh in maybe an hour or two, and then, you know, protein shake with water maybe about an hour after that, and then yeah, that should be everything. I've done all my weights by this time. Done my cardio. The only thing I really need to do is some more of my physiotherapy rehab exercises, which takes about 10 minutes, and just have to do my steps. So, yeah. Alright, so it's the end of Wednesday and day 3 of this little thing that I'm doing. Whew. So, I've actually just been editing the first 2 days today as well while I was doing steps. Here's video footage of me doing editing while stepping. And yeah, I've noticed the video footage I've taken, even when edited for the first like 2 days of this challenge, is kind of long. Probably the introduction and me demonstrating all the exercises. I won't have to do that going forward, because I mostly just copy the same exercises over and over again. So today was Wednesday, which was a weights day, so the exercises I've done are just probably rolling up the screen right now. I probably didn't explain probably enough. You may have probably guessed if you've seen my exercise board. Like, I don't just do like one lot of each exercise. I do kind of like a HIIT exercise, actually. I cycle through a few of them, like a few reps, and then sort of start again and do that 4 times. So I do each exercise like 4 sets in different cycles, like 1, then another, then another, then another, then start again, 1, then another, then another. Just keep cycling around until at least 4 times, and that's kind of how I do them. So, little HIIT exercise gets very exhausting. Oh, I should point out as well, when I was editing, I'm not wearing the same shirt as I was on Monday. I just own multiple orange like training shirts as well as black ones, so chances are I'll be seeing in a black one on tomorrow as well. But yeah, I do aim to make these updates a bit more brief, so if I haven't covered it already, I'll quickly go over today's food. Had my last hot dog sandwich, which was 300 calories, pasta bake 170, soup 210, different soup this time. I batch made, I think 19 or 18 portions of like this bacon, pea and vegetable soup. Pretty good. 210 calories. I had another skinny whip, which was 100 calories. Had another one of those yogurts, which was 180. Had another portion of my vegetable curry, which was 390. Another chicken thigh, which was 250. I got a bit peckish and ended up making a sandwich with some wobbit and thin, so I've had like cheese and meat in that as well, so that was a little bit, so that was like an additional 250. Add about maybe 20 calories to the milk I use in my hot drinks, because I have, well, 10 hot drinks a day. That sounds way worse than it actually is. Like it's not all like full on coffee and tea. And yeah, I had a cookie as well, so that's another 50 because it's a skinny cookie. And finally, I had another protein shake, but because I have had a little extra at the day than usual, I didn't use any milk, so the shake itself was 110. So unless my math is way off, I'm on about 2,040 calories, so that's like slightly over target. And for things like the meat sandwich, it was kind of an estimation. Like I did kind of just eat it without measuring it out properly, because I just like made it when I was on a break for work, so did it quite quick. So I may have overestimated that bit, so hopefully it's nearer the 2,000 mark, but that's the target anyway. So 2,040 calories approximately, did another round of exercise, just finished my steps in the last hour, and just finished my rehab, and that's everything done today. And I am tired, and I kind of look like shit as well, but I think it's just the lighting in here, because I've got like over lighting. But roll on Thursday, which is mostly a rest day, which is nice, although I'm not going to refrain from activity full stop. I just won't be doing any weights or body weight exercises, so roll on Thursday. So, up very slightly by 0.2 kilograms. It happens sometimes. Well, at least it's rest day. And by rest day, I mean still some steps and cardio, but don't have to strain myself too much. Let's go. Sausage sandwich. Pasta bake. So it's come to this. You know, rather than being like a fitness and weight loss challenge, this could well also be called the expired food challenge, because there's so much food in this fridge that needs to be used up, and this house honestly has a bit of an issue with wasting food. So instead of my oats and milk, I'm gonna try this Muller rice, which is about 4 days past its expiry. So let's see what it's like. Yeah, to be honest, it looks good, smells fine. It probably is fine, but yeah. Right, so continuing the theme of expired food and stuff that needs to be used yet again. There's these 2 deep-filled garlic pizza breads that are a few days over now. I was going to have more of my vegetarian curry, but to be honest, this needs to be used up, and I think of all the things I've eaten, which is like slightly above date this week, these are probably going to be like on the better side. So instead of the curry, I am having, as I said, a chicken thigh and this kind of mini garlic bread thing. So no way health food, but comes within my calorie counts just when I've added everything up. Obviously, it would be best if I didn't have anything that's carb heavy, but you know, hey, food's got to be used. End of day 4, Thursday, which was a rest day from body weight and free weight activities. What I have done is I've done 40 minutes of cardio, and I've done my physiotherapy rehab exercises as I do every day. And I've done 30,000 steps. I did 15,000 indoors, and then I went to the shop to just spend some time outside and get a few things. I did another 10,000 miles out there, and then I did another 5,000 while I was here. I was originally going to have the milkshake to finish off the day, but since I was out of the shop, I've ended up having some other things instead. I had a kind of old Jamaican grape soda, which I've rounded up to 70 calories. I know it's a little less than that, but I'm just gonna round it up. I've had a slice of ham, which was about 40 calories, and I wish I still had the packet. I had some of that Beast Eddie Hall biltong, the beef stuff, which is pretty good, and that was only about 50 calories. And I know I don't know anything about bodybuilding. It's not something I'm interested. But me and the Martian did watch a documentary about Eddie Hall on Netflix, so that's kind of endeared me a little bit. So when we're shopping and I saw his face on some biltong, I thought, yeah, I'm getting that, and yeah, it was pretty nice. But total calories today, approximately 2020. I am so tired. It's actually coming up to 1 a.m. Friday, so I have to quickly shower. I have to feed a couple of snakes, which will just take about a minute, and God, yeah, head to bed. As well as work tomorrow, I'm actually going out straight after work, because there's a meal we're going to. It's an anniversary of sorts, so we don't usually do this. In fact, I haven't done this for a year, but we're actually going out to eat, so that's gonna affect my calorie count somewhat. So I'm gonna try and eat a little less through the day tomorrow, and then on the evening we're going out for like a larger meal. So we'll see how that goes. But I have to get to bed. Night. 88.1 kilos this morning, so a little better. Got up a little bit earlier this morning because going to that meal later, more or less as soon as work finishes, so I want to make sure like just all the training is going to be done by the time work comes around. Hopefully by lunch, to be honest. Like, I want everything done except steps, because I can still sort of do those going to and from the place. I'm also expecting a delivery of the day, and it's like a live creature, so I'm also gonna have to like deal with that as well. So yeah, this like including work, probably gonna be a bit of a busy morning. So let's get started, and it's climb day. Yeah. Oh, right. Managed to get all the intensive training done before work, all the bodyweight stuff, like squats, push-ups, all that. I've just got to do my rehab, physio, cardio, so like let's say maybe 20 minutes on the exercise bike on my lunch period, and then my steps, which I should get done throughout the course of the day anyway, so not bad. I'm gonna have my sausage sandwich and go on with my day job. Alright, been walking about an hour and 20 minutes. I am on 9,400 and odd steps. I had, well, the last 8 in the house. I'm currently on about 1,160 calories, and I'm not far from the city now. Next night, and probably the rest of the food I'm going to be having all day is going to be the Chiquitos, the Mexican takeout, so fun. Completely done, like showered and everything. Food today is not going to be great, of course. See, we had a sausage sandwich, pasta bake, had a little sandwich back for lunch, as well as a portion of soup. Had a skinny whip, and I put down about 20 calories. That was just for the milk with my hot drinks. And then I went out and ate this. Some of it was shared, but we've had nachos, had these little tortilla chips, had chimichangas, and then I had a couple of churros after. Oh, and we had a side order of sweet potato fries. And I don't know, I had one of those like broken dam kind of impulses, and I don't know, when I got it, I was just really craving dark chocolate or dark milk chocolate, so I had a Cadbury's dark milk. So the scales tomorrow are going to be terrible, but yeah, it was a rare treat. Like usually do have sometimes would have a bit of a treat on Friday, but I've not been out to eat for like over a year or so. This was kind of a special occasion, but yeah, the numbers tomorrow aren't going to be good. But I'm going to spend pretty much the rest of the week from this point onwards fixing it. So fun. Oh, I was up way later than usual last night, and I'm pretty tired this morning. But hey, it's the weekend. I'm not working. So, yeah, put on the weight as predicted, though honestly it's actually not as much as I would have expected, and with any luck over the weekend that should come like straight back down as long as I'm eating right and exercising, so hey, go Saturdays. So I've had a stupidly lazy day. Got up, ate breakfast, partner went to work, I played a little bit of a video game, and then pretty much did that for most of the rest of the fucking day. I'll calculate the food after I've done this. I think I'm slightly above my target, but like not by too much. So we'll see in the morning anyway. Exercise, I haven't actually done any yet, and it's 11 o'clock at night. I've done my steps, which to be honest is the thing that takes the longest to do, and it's weights day, and weights actually won't take that long at all, and that's just 20 minutes of cardio, so honestly I can probably get it all done in the next hour or so. Yep, I've been lazy. No good. So, late night workout, because I still want to get like everything done, so let's do it. Well, it's the end of Saturday, technically early Sunday morning, but yeah, I'm a bit too wired, a bit too late. It's because I did all my workout like around 11 o'clock. Like most of my weights, I did around 11 o'clock at night, so yeah, I'm feeling tired now, but I have been a bit too alert for the past couple of hours, so I'm gonna head to bed in a minute. Yeah, so I'll quickly go over the food I had today. More snacks than I should have, and I will admit that right now. I had poached egg on toast times 2, so that was about 426 calories. I had 2 cookies, skinny cookies. It came to about 100 in total. I had some vegetable curry for 400. I had 2 skinny whip bars, that was 200. And I had a dark milk bar, which was 160. Then I had 2 chicken kebabs, which was 375 each, so times that by 2. About 20 calories for my milk intake, I suppose, with my hot drinks. And then I had a can of energy drink, which was a diet energy drink, which was about 8. And that was while I was out walking, because I was thirsty and I didn't actually bring any drinks with me, so there you go. But did all my exercise this evening, even though it was a bit late. Tomorrow, gonna try and get it done early, and yeah. Oh, scatterbrain. Food-wise, total calories are about 2,060, so very slightly above target, but it could be worse, could be better. Oh, roll on Sunday morning. Alright, recording on the phone because my camera ran out of battery. 88.1, so I'm actually back down my Friday weight sooner than I thought. So, well, it is climb day. Generally not a fan of these exercises. I suppose I like them. I think the body weight and like stuff, I don't know, it's kind of a lot more draining, a lot faster, so I just find them a bit harder to get through. But I want to get these done early, so as in still in the AM hour, so let's start that. Oh, I've spent the last 2 hours cooking while wearing my tracker, and I've done just over 2,000 steps. I'll do the rest in a moment. This isn't what I'm eating tonight. I'll show what I'm eating tonight, just if anyone happens to be interested. This is what I'm going to have some of next week, though. I made some lasagna. Probably going to divide it into either like 4s or 6s for each portion. Kind of see how it adds out, but yeah, so I'll probably mention this in next week's videos a few times. Oh, yeah, I did the calculations already. If I divide it into 6, it'll be roughly 470 calories. If I divide it into 8, it'll be about 353, so. Alright, back in my living room again to do my cycling, so. I was going to watch Captain America Civil War, because it's going to be one of the upcoming topics for Giant Come Latelys. To be honest, I'm going to give myself at least another week for that, because even if we do record tonight, if Cambrian is free, I feel like I might want to do a bit more research instead of do like a last minute discussion about that and the comic series, so that's one thing. Yeah, I'm going to just cycle for about 20 minutes on this. I'm going to play Fallout, which I've actually got on right at the moment as well. I got Fallout 3 on. And yeah, then I'll continue with my steps, and then that's all my training done for a day. And for my dinner tonight, I just have to heat a few things in the oven, and then, you know, reheat a couple of things, and then ready. Alright, so it's finally dinner time, and this is the last thing I'm eating today. Slightly above target, so I'm giving myself the slightly smaller portion, but here you go. Again, kind of just sort of a last minute improv. There was kebabs from the supermarket that had to be used, chicken kebabs, so used them, made some mashed potato, carrots, and made this kind of mince out of like garlic, mushrooms, a couple of other things, just to have with the potato, but yum, let's eat. That's it. First week of exercises done. Nope. Forgot to add a few details in here. There we go. Did 20 minutes. And steps. 20 minutes. Done 16 steps. Now, the day is not 16,000, of course. The day is not over yet, but I've pretty much hit all my targets, and I've finished eating, so I'm still going to wear my watch, but as far as I'm concerned, I've hit target, so let's just finish up this first week. Yeah, so I started Monday at 91.5 kilograms, and today, which is, well, this morning, which is the following Sunday, we're at 88.1, so yeah, bit of improvement. Had like little bits of up and downs, mainly at the beginning of the week, and of course Friday, went out for the big meal, which was a special occasion, and it's not likely to be repeated too often, so yeah, weight jumped a little bit Saturday morning, but now it's like this morning went right back down to Friday weight again. So yeah, I am very, very slightly over target today. Don't actually have my notes with me just this second because I'm obviously so fucking professional. I'm going to pull up on screen now. This is approximately the calories, like slightly over target. My main dinner this evening was like fairly large. Again, using ingredients, same old story. But, you know, use what you got and don't waste stuff. It's not too much over, so we're kind of okay there. Tomorrow, my food's more or less already planned out. Sausage sandwich for breakfast, oats, pasta bake, soup, skinny whip, because I love those fucking things. And more of that vegetarian curry I made last week, just with like, you know, just with fresh rice. So, yeah. I'll be eating that for another couple of days, and then I'll have some of the lasagna that I prepared. So, yeah. Well, end of week 1. Some progress. I'll see you next time for week 2.